Welcome back to day 6 of the monkey sessions. My name is Jacob from Jacobito Yoga, and today we're going to focus on continuing to build out the practice that we've been establishing. I want this session to be a good workout, and in addition to that, I want to make sure that we're building up a really solid yoga practice, not just for today, but throughout the course of this entire month of May. So we've been focusing in particular on breath, combining breath with movement to create flow, and creating a new way to think about our technique in some of the standing poses, including Warrior 2, side angle. Today we're going to build out Warrior 1. So, as always, we're going to start with the breath. So please come to a standing position, hand on your stomach. And from here, just start to take some deep breaths. And as you do so, I want to mention we'll move into lunges, which are going to help us build out the flow experience and give you more breath in your practice. So first we'll do some half salutations. Inhale, arms up, just through your mouth is fine. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees up front. Inhale, halfway lift, just feel what that feels like for now. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up, focus on the breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, one more time. This time, send it through the nose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold all the way out. Bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Big sniff up through the nose. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, one more time. This time, focus on the full body experience of what this motion feels like. Inhale, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Start to drop into the experience. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, come down to your knees. All this week we've been focusing on building out a little bit of hip flexibility so we can activate our lunges more. So take your right foot out in front of you and just kind of rock back and forth. And as you're rocking, you can go a little side to side and slowly make your way to the front of the mat with your right foot forward, back foot at the back of the mat, and take your hands, your little spidey fingers, and push up on the fingerprints and raise that back leg. All right, so this is what we often call a low lunge. And in this position, I want you to focus not on collapsing down onto your knee. Your knee isn't there to support you, but pushing up and away on the hands and lifting the chest, bringing the gaze forward. All right, you can come down for a second. Focus on not opening up the hips. A lot of times that's a tendency. Pull them so they're straight ahead. Come back to the low lunge, and as you're ready, bring your hips to your hands to your hips and bring the body up into an upright position, often called a high lunge. And while you're here, I just want you to focus on placement of the knee over the ankle, right? So we want your shin perpendicular to the ground, a tendency to bring the ribs forward, tuck it back, a little Tyra Banks moment, like lunge, but make it fashion. So tuck yourself in and inhale the arms up all the way. And you're here in your high lunge. Take a breath in. Don't forget about that breath. Exhale, come down, plant the back knee. Bring the hands back to your hips, and this back foot can be flat against the ground or it can be your toes. Inhale, raise the arms up here. This is your Anjaneyasana Low Lunge, right? A lot of times people lean forward here because it looks like a cool, sexy yoga pose. And I don't want you to do that today. I want you to pull back, find containment in the belly area. Inhale and reach up. Good. Exhale, bring the hands to the ground, and let's switch sides. So bring your other foot forward, your left leg forward. Just do a few back and forth swings here to activate. And while you're here, let's think about movement in the hips. How does that feel? Come forward, knee over ankle. Plant the hands on either side, spidey fingers. And as you're ready, pop up the back leg. Inhale, look forward. And it doesn't help if you stay low and just crank your neck. Like, you don't want that. You want to bring the whole structure up. Inhale here. And on the exhale, same thing as the other side, hands to hips, rotate the body up into your high lunge. Sometimes people feel a little unstable on their opposite side. I know I do. Take your back foot and just kick it out a little wider. It makes the tripod, if you will, bigger and more stable. And from there, inhale, arms up. Exhale, pull, feel the reach through the side body on both sides. Inhale. Exhale, bring the back knee down. This time, take both hands, plant them on the knee, and push away. So what we're doing here is focusing on elevating the chest and the head without collapsing forward by keeping our arms straight. Inhale the arms up, all the way up. And here we are in Anjaneyasana. Think about where your hips are. If it's kicking out, tuck that bad boy back in. Inhale here. Exhale, come down. Come back to your knees. We're going to work those lunges into flow in just a second. Before we do, I want to focus on down dog for just a moment. Come all the way down to your belly. Because down dog comes up so often, it's important that we nail the fundamentals of it now. So place the hands side by side, right by your nipple line is where the fingers should be, roughly. Push up onto hands and knees. You're kind of in this forward-looking thingy. Plant the toes exactly where they were, and slowly bring your butt up to the sky. You're going to hear a lot of words for this. Raise the hip creases. Push up through the back body. Tilt the pelvis. If you're here already and your legs are straight, that's really hard to do. So I want to ask you to not have a straight leg mentality. Bend the knees, and as you do, I'll exaggerate the motion. You can twist your hips up and away. So just try that. Start with a deep bend in the knee, twist the hips up and away, and push aggressively through the hands. Okay, now that you're here, raise the heels, so push up onto the tippy toes. Okay, compare this down dog to the way that your first one felt when everything was sort of long, right? There's a noticeable difference in your body. Come back to your knees. And throughout today's flow, I want to focus on that feeling of activating lunges and activating downward dog, all right? Come to the front of the mat. Take a moment to inhale, prepare. And let's begin iterating on some of these lunges as we grow our practice. So hands by your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, right foot back. Oh shit, we're in our lunge already. Inhale, look forward. Chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, just rock forward to a top of push-up position. Stay here for a moment. Inhale. Exhale, push back. Inhale, feel out the downward dog that we just tested out. Are your knees bent? Are your heels up? Are you getting the rotation in the hips towards your head? Exhale, knees down. Bring the left foot forward and pop up one more time into your low lunge. Inhale, look forward, raise the chest. And on the exhale, bring your feet together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms raised all the way up. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's balance you out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Bend them. Give yourself some nice cushion. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, left foot back here in this high lunge. Inhale, look forward. Bring the chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward slowly just to get the feeling of what that wave forward looks like. Exhale, come back. Bring the knees down. And whatever it takes to get that left foot up to the top of the mat, right? That's the skill I want to work on. Raise the back leg, inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Get into it. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, it is very hot in Bali. Stick with it, right? If you begin to fall out or you miss something, wait for the next breath and jump back on. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, right foot back. You get an extra breath here in this low lunge. And on the inhale, bring everything up to that new skill we're just integrating. Here in your high lunge. Tuck the ribs, reach up through the hands. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, push back. Again, inhale, roll forward. Feel what it feels like to be in your plank position. If you want to bring the knees down, that works. Back to downward facing dog. One more time, come forward. This time, everyone drop your knees and lower the chest to the mat slowly. Belly, chest, chin. And on the inhale, if you can, plant the back feet down, but raise the palms up. Just a millimeter. No tough cranking. Just feeling a little bit what is happening in the back. Exhale, plant the hands, roll your way back into a downward facing dog. Exhale, knees down, get that right leg forward any way that you can. Plant the hands, pop up the back knee, inhale. And on the exhale, sweep everything up into your high lunge. Now, check in on your front leg. Almost everyone has a tendency to straighten it out. Lean forward, pop that back leg in if you need to, perpendicular to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, step the back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, stay with it. Let's work into a rhythm. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, left foot back, keep the knee up. Inhale, arms rise all the way up into high lunge, crescent lunge also called. Exhale, hands down, step back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, fire up the legs, fire up the hands. Exhale, push back. Inhale, rock forward. Bring the knees down if that's more comfortable for you. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Latch onto the breath. Inhale, roll forward. Everyone bring the knees down, and on the exhale, slowly, like an elevator, come down to the ground. And on the inhale, plant the feet, and can you raise the palms just a millimeter? Inhale here. Exhale, put everything back down, and come into your downward facing dog. From here, bring the right foot forward. Inhale, arms up. Take a breath. Oh, you know what? It's your other foot. It's your left foot forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, big sniff in. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's build onto what we have. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time right foot back, knee down. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Tuck the ribs, reach up through the crown. Exhale, hands down, step into your downward facing dog. From here, inhale, come forward. We'll add a little bit of core work. Right leg up. On the exhale, bring it to your elbow. Take another inhale here. Come back to downward facing dog. Tip forward one more time. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Last round on this side. Tip to the opposite elbow, knee to elbow, or just rest it right on the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. And now everyone join back in, rock forward, plant the knees, and slowly, like an elevator, come down to the ground. And this time, plant the hands and lightly push up through everything. Lightly. And focus on pulling the heel of the wrist toward the heel of your foot. Take an inhale. Exhale, come down. Push everything back up into a downward facing dog. On the exhale, plant the knees, get that right foot back forward. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. Feel this. I feel this in my hip every time. Exhale, hands down, step the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to ground. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's wrap it up. Inhale, arms up. Stick with it. Commit to the breath. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, left foot back, knee down. Inhale, bring everything up. Tuck the ribs. Elongate the spine. Foot can be on the toes or down against the ground. Exhale, hands down, step into your downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, come down to knees, or come with us for the core work, left leg up. Inhale, left knee, left elbow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Work on the fundamentals. Rock forward, knee to nose. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. And across the body, rock forward, grip into your hands hard, and left knee to right elbow. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Everyone back together. Rock forward, bring the knees down, and slowly, at your own pace, come down to the ground. And on the inhale, plant the hands, lift chin, chest, just a little bit, no cranking. Inhale here. Exhale, hands down. Make your way back into a down dog. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down. Get that left foot forward any way you can. Don't be sloppy, be precise. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. Reach through the side body. Exhale, hands down. Step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way up. Reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. And release your arms. Breathe in, regain your composure. That flow iterated on what we've done in the past by adding in lunges and adding in a little bit of cobra work. You also were able to integrate more down dog because we did some of the fundamentals up top. What I want to work on today is working on what comes next in terms of building out our standing suite. So, regain your composure. Let's just come up and see how everybody's doing. Nice work. I see like glistening. People are glistening. All right, back to your mat. Step to the front of the mat. Let's build out our standing pose suite. If you have your beach ball or your block or your water bottle, whatever, bring it with you just in a place that you can grab. Kick the left foot back, and let's work our way into our warrior two. Now, if you haven't been joining in earlier sessions, I have a beautiful library on YouTube. But before that, the fundamentals of warrior two are the following, right? So don't worry about where this back foot is, but point it off the mat. Bring the knee, the front knee, over the heel, so your shin is 90 degrees perpendicular. And while you're here, hands on the hips, figure out what neutral and level hips are, right? Sometimes there's a tendency to be out like this, or sort of like, whoa, I'm falling. Pull everything in together, gather your body up. Then toggle the back foot to decide your level of intensity. This is our lever of intensity. Not, are you good at yoga? Not, I hate this, I suck. But what is your current level of intensity that's good for you? From here, inhale the arms up into warrior two. Last class we practiced rolling the arms back, bring your biceps back, but then tilting the palms forward. Don't forget about that front knee. Today I want to workshop warrior one, which last week we got into by working through something called warrior 1.5, borrowed from Jason Crandall, an amazing teacher. So step one, hands to hips. Tilt your back foot about 45-degree angle. Recommit to the knee. Grab your block or your bottle or whatever. Inhale, arms up, but you're not looking all the way forward. You're just looking about 45 degrees off the mat, right? So we call this 1.5 because it's somewhere in between. And check in with your body. Are you falling backwards? Straighten the spine. Are your ribs coming forward? Tuck them in. And while you're holding your block, take it, clasp it between your two hands, your water bottle. If you don't have anything, that's fine. Take an inhale here, and on the exhale, rotate your whole body towards the front of the room. So you're going to feel that in the back leg all of a sudden. You're like, oh, I forgot it was there. If it's too intense, step it out. That works for me. From here, take an inhale and exhale. One more time, reaching up through the hands. The point of this block is to help you have the feeling of squeezing something together and reaching up. But if you're up like this, like you can't hear because your shoulders are there, slide them down the body. Inhale here. Exhale, come back to warrior two. And one more time, let's work through that. Warrior 1.5. Tuck, bring the back foot at an angle. Off, looking at like the corner of the room, the corner of the mat. Inhale, arms up, squeeze your block or your water bottle. We want length in the side body. That's the point of this exercise. And on the exhale, bring everything forward to full warrior one. Inhale here. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten out the front leg and let's switch sides. So step to the top of your mat, step your right foot back. I'm going to come to the other side for demonstration purposes. So same thing, recommit to setting up a perfect warrior two. Chin, hips, toggle the back foot for the right intensity. It's going to be different on this side. I'm going to already bring my foot out so they're not in a line because that gives me more stability. Inhale here, roll the arms back, but tuck the ribs under, hands down. Good. Hands to your hips, and bring your back foot first, 45 degrees, then bring the hips to match it, looking off to the side of the room. From here, grab your block. Stay set up, and inhale, arms up here in your warrior 1.5. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, bring everything to the front of the room. And if you notice that this back leg has gotten loose, put your hand on your butt and just sort of feel, is it stiff or not? You want to activate the back leg. Inhale here. Exhale, come back to a warrior two. Reshift that leg out. All right, let's set it up again. Perfect warrior two. Hands to hips. Rotate everything out to the side. Bring the back foot with you. Big inhale in, sweep the arms up, and squeeze your block, your water bottle, your pillow, whatever it is. And don't just squeeze it for squeezing's sake. Reach up, tuck the ribs, feel it in the side body. If you feel it in the neck, lower the shoulders. Inhale, and on the exhale, twist everything to the front of the room. Stay here. Inhale. Recommit to that knee. Fire up the butt. And exhale, come back to warrior two. Straighten out the legs and step to the center of the mat. So as we build out our suite of standing poses, next week we're going to build more onto that, but we have a really solid understanding of the experience of warrior two, side angle, triangle, and today, warrior one. Come down to a seated position on the mat. We'll close out today with a touch of ab work. So lie all the way down. Bring your block with you if you want an extra challenge, totally optional. And with everything down, place the block between your knees and just hover your heels above the ground, like a millimeter. And we're activating the tummy more than anything else. And by squeezing together, we're activating the side hips. Feel that. Take an inhale. Exhale. Bring everything down. All right, next round. Inhale, do the same thing. Squeeze the legs, or your water bottle, or your pillow, or your towel. Hold that here. Inhale, and come up. Bring head, chest off the ground. And if you can, float the hands. Looking dead ahead at your knees. Inhale. And exhale, come all the way down. One more time. Last variation. Bring the feet off the ground. If you'd like, extend them forward. Inhale, bring the head back, shoulders off the ground. And this time, pull everything forward. Hands extend in front of you, looking forward. this is your boat pose. Inhale and exhale, but hold it. Get rid of the block if you want. Feel it a little bit differently. Inhale here. And exhale. Come all the way down. Bring your head to the ground. Relax everything. Swivel your hips out side to side. Squeeze the legs in together. We'll close out our practice with a brief Shavasana before meditation. Roll around on your back. Just a little bit, a little back and forth. Squeeze everything. Close the eyes tighter. Triple the intensity. And on the exhale, release everything down to the ground. As you settle into Shavasana, I will close out practice. Congratulations on finishing up week 2 of Monkey Sessions. And whether you're just joining us for the first time today, or you've been with us from the start, the vision of the program is to put together a cohesive set of yoga skills that you can use with me at your home studio or at home in your own practice. So today, with a little bit of heat, we've built out the standing set of poses. Next week, we'll focus a little bit more on putting together lunges, down dogs, and more elements of flow so you feel more comfortable on the mat. And we'll continue with the conditioning. We'll also work in some twists and a little bit of prep work for inversions. This is Jacob from Jacobito Yoga. I'm so glad that you joined us, and we'll see you next time.